So today we are learning about principle of food preservation. Principle of food preservation refers to the processing technique that are used to prevent food from spoilage. So we have to keep the food without spoilage means there are certain technique involved in the food preservation. So we have to study it one by one. So we move to the technique. There are three ways to preserve the food material. First one, prevention or delay of microbial decomposition, and it can be done by four methods: by keeping out microorganisms, second one by removal of filtration, and third one by hindering the growth of microorganism, and it can be done by low temperature and drying, and fourth by killing means by heating or radiation. These are the prevention or delay of microbial decomposition, and it can be done through four steps. And next we move to prevention or delay of self decomposition of the food. And first we have to preserve the food by inactivation of enzyme, that is blanching. It's a proper name can be given for the inactivation of enzyme, that is blanching. And second one means second method by prevention of chemical reaction, that is antioxidant, by prevention of chemical reaction, and it can be by antioxidants. And third one is that prevention of damage because of insect, animals and mechanical causes. So these are the three methods we have to note down in order to preserve the food materials. So one thing you have to note, in each type there are subtypes also. So we have to learn each terms one by one, then only it will possible. Okay. Then aseptic packaging. It is defined as the filling of commercially sterile product into a sterile container under aseptic conditions and hermetically sealing the containers so that reinfection is prevented. This results in a product which is shelf stable at ambient condition. The term aseptic is derived from the Greek word septikos, which means the absence of putrefactive microorganism. That means everything is done in the same platform, that it is defined as filling of commercial sterile product into a sterile container. Everything will be done in the same place itself. That is aseptic packaging. And next one, packaging containers used to do aseptic processing are sterilized separately before they are used. The packaging machinery is sterilized using steam, sterile gases, hydrogen peroxide. Packaging machinery is sterilized using steam, sterile gases or hydrogen peroxide. Packages may be sealed under sterile condition, usually using high temperature sealing plates. Food that are aseptically processed do not require refrigerator for storage. Food that are aseptically processed do not require refrigerator for storage. So aseptic packaging is done in the same platform. And second one is removal of microorganism by washing, trimming ingredient, discarding dirt, filtration, centrifugation, sedimentation. Washing, trimming ingredient, discarding dirt, filtration, centrifugation, sedimentation. These are the some method to remove the microorganism. First one, filtration. Filtration of liquid food through bacteria proof filters is a common method for complete removal of microorganisms from the food. Liquid food are passed through the filters made of suitable material like asbestos, pard. So filtration is a one kind of method to remove the microorganism. And next, the third one is hindering the growth and activity of microorganism. First, by low temperature, by using the low temperature. Microbial growth and enzyme activities retarded in the food by storing them at low temperature. That is cellular storage, that is 50 degrees Celsius, like root crops, potato, onion, and refrigerator for chilling temperature, that is 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, like fruits and vegetables, meat, poultry, fresh milk and milk product. All can be preserved like this. You can keep it at low temperature between 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. And what about the banana? It can be kept on the temperature between 13.3 to 16.7 degrees Celsius. And freezing temperature is about minus 18 degrees Celsius to minus 14 degrees Celsius, like frozen peas, mushrooms, etc. And water tend to liquid, liquid tend to solid. So these are the method while keeping the material in using the low temperature. That another name for it is called preservation. Microbial growth, then commercial freezer, that is 18 degrees Celsius, sharp freezing 23 degree to 23.3 degrees Celsius. Commercial freezing, that is cold air kept in motion by fans, blast freezing. By placing the foodstuffs in packages or metal trays on refrigerator surface, it is contact freezing. So these are the cold preservation method included for the food preservation, and sharp freezing is about 23.3 degrees Celsius. And next, by hindering the growth and activity of microorganisms by drying, removal of water from the food to a level at which microorganisms fail to grow, reduced water activity, reduced moisture content. It is about 1 to 5 percentage. And by drying means it can be done by the three method, that is sun drying, freeze drying, addition of sugar or salt. These all help to hindering the growth and activity of microorganisms. Removal of water from the food to a level at which microorganism fails to grow and reduced water activity. And this we studied about the two things by hindering the microorganism, the activity of microorganism, growth and activity of microorganism by first by cold preservation and second by drying process. Drying can be done in three ways, that is it can be done through sun drying, freeze drying, and by adding sugar and salt. Hope you understand, I think. Okay, next we move to another type of material, or not material, it's another type of method, that is freeze drying. Freeze drying, also known as the lyophilization or desiccation. Removal of ice or other frozen solvent from a material through the process of sublimation, and the removal of bound water molecule through the process of dissolution. Removal of ice or other frozen solvent from a material through a process of sublimation, and the removal of bound water molecule through the process of dissolution. This freeze drying. And sublimation is when solid changes directly to a vapor without first going through a liquid. That is, solid changes directly to vapor. That is, solid to gas is known as sublimation. And salting. Salt acts as a preservative when its concentration is increased above 12%. The concentration of salt is above 12% means it's a process salting. Salt level of about 18 to 25% is solution generally will prevent all growth of microorganisms in food. Salt level about 18 to 25% of solution generally will not prevent all growth of microorganisms in food. By plasmolysis of microbial cell due to high osmotic pressure. And next one is sugaring. Sugar in high concentration acts as a preservation due to osmosis. The concentration of sugar must be 68% or more. Some of the most popular preservatives with the sugar are jelly, jam, marmalade. These are the stable gels. Pectin, a natural component of fruits, form a gel only in the presence of sugar and acid. With the use of sugar and the water activity cannot be reduced below 0.845. This level means this level of water activity is sufficient to inhibit mesophilic bacteria, and yeast does not check mold attack. So we are studying about how to preserve food from microorganisms. So the simple method is salting and sugaring. Salting when the food contain 12%, above 12% of salt concentration, the food can be preserved. Then salt level is up to 80 to 25 means definitely microorganism will remove from that food items. And sugaring, that is, with the use of sugar, the water activity cannot be reduced to 0.845. The level of water activity is sufficient to inhibit mesophilic bacteria, and yeast does not check mold attack. So bacteria, yeast, mold, these are all comes under the category microorganism. When the level of water activity is sufficient to inhibit the mesophilic bacteria, this zero when the concentration is 0.845. With the use of sugar, the water activity cannot be reduced below 0.845. So the concentration of sugar must be 68% or more. That's the point you have to note down. Sugar in high concentration. Then next one is pickling. Pickling also, salt is very must thing. Preservation of food is common. Salt for vinegar is known as pickling. Pickling occurs due to the fermentation by lactic acid, bacteria, which are generally present on surfaces of fresh fruits and vegetables. Some of the fruits and vegetables which are generally pickled as they undergo lactic acid fermentation are raw mangoes, lime, Indian gooseberry, ginger, turmeric, cabbage, cauliflower. So, pickling is the one type of method to preserve the food material. Pickle is a one type of dish during dish in Kerala as well as in the South India. I think it's a one type of food item. So just you go through, that is some of the fruit vegetables which are generally pickled are, you may also very familiar with this: cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, carrot, radish, cucumber, olive, garlic, apple, pear, green plums, lemon, banana and green chilies can be pickled. Then method of pickling means pickles with salt, pickles with vinegar, pickles with oil, pickles with salt, vinegar, oil and spices. These are the method of pickling. Pickles with vinegar. Vinegar is concentration up to 4% to 9% acetic acid, and higher concentration has bacteriostatic and bacterial action respectively. In vinegar pickle, salt and sometimes sugar 2 to 5% are also added. So in vinegar pickle also we have to add the, otherwise one must we have to add, that is salt or sugar. It is about 2 to 3%. If the vinegar concentration is lower than 2%, the vinegar pickle need to be subjected to pasteurization in order to assure their preservation. Mango, garlic, chilies, etc. are preserved in the vinegar. So vinegar is a must thing for pickle. Pickles with oils like mustard oil, the same oil are generally used in the pickling. Fruits and vegetables should be completely immersed in the edible oil. Cauliflower, lime, mango pickles are the most important oil pickle. The pickle remain in good condition for 1 or 2 years if handled properly. Pickle with salt, vinegar, oil and spices. This method combines the advantages of fermentive action of salt and preservation action of both vinegar and oil. Flavoring and antibacterial property of spices is also made use of this kind of pickles. The powdered spices are usually fired in oil and mixed to prepared fruit, vegetable before the addition of vinegar. So it's a very important type, that is food can be pickled with the help of mainly 4 types. Pickle can be done with the oil, salt, it can be done with vinegar, sugar also can be used. So the physical method to remove the heat by low temperature, this refrigerator, freezing, preservation, dehydro freezing, by addition of heat by high temperature, that is pasteurization, sterilization and all. So that's the end of the preservation method. So we move to next method in the coming slides.